want to share a personal story with you, a story of transformation, of discovery, one that really does hold a special place in my heart. It's about a time in my career where I was at a crossroads and how meeting one amazing person changed everything for me. And at the end of this video, I'll have something special for anyone who's looking for their own turning point. 5 years ago, I was so uncertain. I had chosen a career in coding, which was so much more about security than it was ever about passion. As a first-generation student and daughter of Mexican immigrants, I always felt like I needed to choose something that was more secure, something that would guarantee something, because I wanted to make my parents' sacrifices worth it. And so pursuing a creative career really didn't seem possible for me at the time. And honestly, I would always think about if I was ever going to become an artist or a designer, like, was this dream of mine forever lost? And it was really scary to realize that art and design was probably going to have to take a back burner seat in my life from here on out because of the career I had chosen. But then something incredible happened. I met Amy. Amy was my manager while I was in a front-end development role. Amy had this warmth and radiance to her that just drew me in from the start. I still remember the first time that I met Amy, and she just had this huge smile on her face. And she opened up her arms and came in for a hug and held me so tight. And it was our first time meeting, like the first time I had ever seen her. I hadn't even seen a photo of her. I don't know if she even had seen a photo of me. And she embraced me like as if we had known each other our whole lives. It was probably the best first hug that I've ever gotten from someone in my whole life. And as you can imagine, with this kind of warmth and closeness that I felt from the start, our conversations at work quickly evolved from the typical employee-manager type of conversations to conversations about just life in general. Amy's care and interest in me went far beyond just work. She was really caring in a holistic way. We talked about our life, we talked about our dreams, our aspirations. She truly created a safe space for honest, heartfelt dialogue. And this was almost like a haven for someone like me who is always used to lending my own ear than for having others listen to me. I'm always the person who is a listener, whether that's in like a one-on-one conversation or in a group setting. And this was the first time in my life that someone else was a really deep, thoughtful, an intentional listener for me. And not only did Amy listen, but she understood. I could always see this when we were talking with each other, that she was feeling with me, that she was there with me in my experience. And because of this empathy, I think she also saw my potential. During that time, Amy was like my mirror. She showed me how far I had come as a result of who I was and how much further I could go. Up to this point in my life, I had never really taken the time to think about what made me who I was. You know, like who was I? I guess I didn't have a good sense of what had kept me going or chugging all up until this point. I had really just been the kind of person that was always going and working on the next thing and very productive, but never taking the time to dig deeper into what was keeping me going or the things that were working. During one of our meetings, she once said, "Niley, do you realize that you radiate gratitude? No matter what the situation, whether it's scary, difficult, you always find a way to find value from that situation. This is going to take you so far." And this faith that Amy had in me, it really did spark a transformation. She helped me see that with the right mindset, anything was possible. It wasn't so much about what path I was on, but how I journeyed through that path with positivity, gratitude, and growth. This shift in perspective led to an incredible 5 years. I used my coding skills to create Wavering Stripes, a website that brought light to immigration detention and even won several awards. I've done things that I've never imagined doing before and built loving relationships around me. All of these experiences were like stepping stones to my current career passion, design. And today, as the Associate Director of Product Design at Planned Parenthood, I see the fruits of this labor every single day. The things I learned from Amy were simple, yet super profound. Success isn't about having all the opportunities or achieving perfect timing. It's not even about having all the pieces to the puzzle. It's about cultivating the right mindset so that when those things come along, you're ready for it. And if you're at a crossroads and you're looking to unlock your potential, Amy is now offering her incredible insight through her coaching business. It makes me so happy to know that other people are going to be experiencing Amy's magic the same way I did. You can connect with Amy in the description below. And if there's one thing I know is true in my life, is that having a mentor, a coach, a sibling, a friend, a partner, somebody who believes in you, that makes all the difference in achieving your wildest dreams. Thank you for watching, and thank you, Amy.